Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is August 30th, 2024. How about that recap yesterday? Every single game hit a NRFI now. The day prior to that, every single game that I selected hit a YRFI. Well, we're going to do something here today. We're going to go back to our roots. Remember on this show, ladies and gentlemen, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified right away. All right, let's pick up. We had a 1 and 2 day and a 1 and 2 back-to-back days here. Let's get back on the winning side. And I got an ace up my sleeve. Going back to our roots, the Nicky NRFI show. Let's roll into game number 1. We got the Chicago Cubs taking on the Washington Nationals here. For the Chicago Cubs, they got Immunaga on the mound. He's 10-3, 140 innings of work this season with an ERA sitting at a 3.08, 140 strikeouts as well, averaging just at a strikeout here per inning of 48 earned runs for Immunaga. He'll be matched up here in Washington versus Jake Irving. 9-10 on the season, 156 innings of work. Does have a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 3.8. 130 strikeouts, under a strikeout here per inning for Irving, in 66 earned runs on the season. Irving hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 3 starts, last being against the Atlanta Braves, where he went 5.1 innings of work, 5 hits, and 2 earned runs. Immunaga, on the other hand, picked up win number 10 in his last start against the Miami Marlins, where he went 7 innings of work, 4 hits, and 2 earned runs. I think Immunaga continues to build off that success, especially pitching on the road. He can pitch good on the road as well, especially in Washington, D.C., where this ballpark is a pitcher's ballpark. My only concern is going to be Jake Irving. Obviously, the Chicago Cubs team, they did something absolutely phenomenal over the weekend. I believe it was scoring 41 runs in a weekend series out of 3 games. That is unheard of for the Chicago Cubs. We got a lot of life. I guess they've been listening to Taylor Swift, whatever they got to do to get themselves some wins here. But I think Jake Irving gets out of this first inning. Pitching back here at home, hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 3 starts. I'm expecting Jake to have a strong start against the Chicago Cubs, especially when the Cubs played yesterday. That's why in game number 1 between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals, we're smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. So on to game number 2 between the Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies here. For the Atlanta Braves, they got Ronaldo Lopez, 7-4 on the season, 115 innings of work. Does have a low end of an ERA, sitting at a 2.02, 119 strikeouts as he is averaging a strikeout here per inning and 26 earned runs for Lopez on the season. He'll be matched up here in Philadelphia versus Ranger Suarez. 11-5 on the season, 124 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting under 3 at a 2.82, 122 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning on 124 innings of work and 39 earned runs for Ranger Suarez. Suarez picked up his 11th win of the season against the Royals in his last outing, going 5 innings of work, 4 hits, and 1 earned run. Ronaldo Lopez, on the other hand, hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 4 starts, last being against the Washington Nationals, where he went 6 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. Just not getting the run production when Lopez is on the mound here. That's why I absolutely love Ranger Suarez in this position. He's back here at home where he pitches his best while he's at home. I think he gets unscathed here in the top of the first inning, and vice versa for these Philadelphia Phillies. I think Ronaldo Lopez is a good enough pitcher. He's their ace here in Atlanta, I would say. It's going to be a dual matchup here, a rubber matchup. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game here in the first game of this series here on Friday. I think it's going to be, maybe a 3-2, 4-3 ball game. Nothing crazy. I like both of these pitchers in this spot. And the way they've been swinging it, the Phillies and the Braves, they get off to quick starts, but I think with these guys on the mound here in Ronaldo Lopez and Ranger Suarez, they'll get the job done. That's why in game number 2 between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies, we're also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's take a look at our third and final game today between the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks here. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, they got Clayton Kershaw on the mound. He's 2-2, 29 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.72, 24 strikeouts and 12 earned runs for Kershaw on the season. He'll be matched up here in Arizona versus Zach Gallen, 10-6 on the season, 116 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.65, 111 strikeouts and 47 earned runs for Zach Gallen. Gallen picked up win number 10 on the season in his last start versus the Boston Red Sox there. He went 6 innings of work, 2 hits, no earned runs, and he had 9 Ks in that one. Good to finally see Zach Gallen pump up those strikeout numbers in a start. He's been lacking, and now he hit 9 in his most recent start. So that's a bright sign for Zach Gallen. And then Clayton Kershaw picked up, or has not picked up, a win or a loss in his last start against the Tampa Bay Rays, where he went 5 innings of work, 9 hits, and 5 earned runs there. You look at this matchup, both teams 1-2 here. Dodgers are 1, D-backs are 2. In the NL West, they're squaring off tonight. This whole series is going to be a tight, fun, explosive at times, though, as well, offensively. Both offenses can absolutely put up runs in ball games. Doesn't matter if it's early or late. We've seen it from the Arizona Diamondbacks. How many times have they came back in games? Both of these offenses, especially with Mookie Betts back in the lineup, Ohtani doing great things. Clearly, both of these offenses are explosive. I just think with both veteran pitchers, they know what they're coming in against. This is a huge series for the Arizona Diamondbacks here at home. I think Zach Gallen will step up to the occasion as he absolutely dominates at Chase Field when he is at home, and when he's on, he is one of the best in the game. And Clayton Kershaw is an absolute veteran here. He knows what he's going up against in this Arizona Diamondbacks team who's hungry. They're just kids with the dream, trying to play. And I think he steps up to the occasion. I know it's going to be a rubber match here, especially for the first few innings. That's why in game number 3 between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Can we get 3-0 NRFIs, baby? Game number 1, we got the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals NRFI. Game number 2 between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies, we got a NRFI. In our third and final game between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks, we have a NRFI. No runs, first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton. Costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken for every single one of my college football plays. And we got NFL next week. Best of luck and best bets.